Hey folks, it is 10 o'clock, so let's get started before, hey, that's kind of a funny, let's try that again. Welcome everyone to our Saturday morning breakfast call. My name is Joel Broden. I'm excited to be talking to you guys today on this beautiful day in October 1st, 2016. So here's the funny thing, and I got to tell you a little story. As you can see, my congratulations page needs to be updated. We had an absolutely crazy day, an absolutely amazing day and night yesterday. So I just want to congratulate everybody for it feels like such a wonderful end to, our old comp plan, a wonderful end to September, and I promise you that throughout the day today, I'm going to update this page, and I'll get all of the congratulations to everybody specifically in terms of who got checks and matching postcards and checks this past week. But literally yesterday, we probably had as many sales as we did for like the last, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks in like a day or two, the last day or two. So yesterday was crazy for me. So I will be updating this, and if you go to the YouTube video later or the recording, I'll actually put in this spot of the of the Saturday morning breakfast call, all the people that got matching postcards and checks for this week. But hey, you guys definitely blew it up and had a crazy day yesterday. Crazy. So you should be proud of yourselves. Congratulations, everyone that put in the work and the effort to get their team going and take advantage of the gold memberships, and that offer that we made, and the doubling of the postcards and everything. So congratulations to everybody that really did that. And like I said, I'll update this, for the actual recording live. Geez, I just couldn't make it, guys. I was up till I think 4:30 or 5 in the morning, and completely just had to get a few hours sleep before we did the call here today. So congratulations to everybody. So let's talk about the new comp plan. The new comp plan is starting officially as of right now, today, October 1st, 2016. We are going to be tracking it manually for the next few weeks until the new website is fully launched. When it is fully launched, the great thing is you'll be able to see in real time your commissions, what you're earning. You'll be able to see how you're earning the income. Everything will be 100% in the new website. It'll all be kind of amalgamated together, so there won't be 2 different websites doing sales as we have still currently. So currently we're going to be manually calculating the new comp plan as of today. So any sales that happen today, tomorrow, the next day, until the new website is launched, will be on the new comp plan. And the big part of that, I think, is you're going to be able to earn on the postcards as well, which is exciting because, there is definitely a lot of postcard sales happening. And for those of you guys that have already built significant teams, you'll be able to take advantage of that immediately. For those of you that are still building your team, of course, that'll slowly start creating some income for your business. Now, the other thing I want to mention is for those of you that, last night were trying to get in, couldn't get in, you can still buy the gold membership officially until I take it off the website. So although it'll be under the new comp plan, although it will be counting towards, obviously the next week's income, commissions and stuff like that, I will allow you to still buy it until I take it off of all of the websites. Some of them it's going to come off today. The back office, so if you go to your back office through the affiliate site, that will probably be on Monday. So, if you go to, for instance, postcardnetworker.com/gold. It is still there currently, but later on today that's going to be gone. You're not going to be able to purchase it there. And then, of course, on Monday, when I don't have access to be able to change it through the affiliate sites, I'm going to have to get the company that hosts our software to do that. So you'll actually be able to purchase it until probably Monday. For those of you that are still trying to get in, that's kind of a nice little added benefit for you, I guess, since we were so busy yesterday, I didn't have a chance to change it over. And then, like I said, I don't have access on the affiliate site to be able to kind of alter that. So we're going to have to get the programming staff at the software company to change that for us. So technically, it's closed, but if you didn't get a chance to and you still want to buy the gold, you can. You'll still be grandfathered in, because literally, most people obviously got in. Tons of people got in on that, but we will kind of give you the weekend to be able to get the last couple of people in to gold. But just keep in mind that the doubling postcards is not going to, so you can still upgrade to gold, you can still get grandfathered into the executive level in the new comp plan, but I'm not going to double the postcards anymore. Everybody that got in, obviously, as of yesterday, that was the offer. You get the double postcards and you get the grandfathering into executive. So you can still buy gold, you just get the regular postcards that come with it, 150, and you'll still be grandfathered in. If you can find a way to buy it through our websites, I'm going to definitely honor it, okay? And then also for those of you that have purchased the How to Make a Full-Time Income from Home Explained course, that's just delayed a couple of more days. I was planning on sending it out this weekend, but just due to how busy we've been the last few days, there's a few things we need to finish up on it. So I'll give you an update probably early in the week to let you know what day that's going to be going out for those of you that purchased it. For those of you that don't know what it is or don't have it yet, next week I'm also going to be setting up an online link that explains it, that you can purchase it if you haven't received a letter through the mail on it too. Okay, so that, just to give you guys an update on what's happening with that as well. We've just got a couple other things to finalize in the package before we mail them out. So let's just kind of get into some training. Let's get back to network marketing and affiliate marketing, and what this whole industry is about. It truly is just about building a team, right? Period. There is nothing more to making money from home in this environment, in this type of business, than just focusing on building a team. And that's what I want to talk about today with you guys. We're just going to get right into it, because as we grow our Postcard Networker business, essentially your job, and as you kind of look at different careers in your life, or you're educated in different things, as you look at this business in network marketing, or in postcard marketing, or affiliate marketing, or direct mail, whatever you want to kind of call our industry, as you look at it, it truly is just about building a team. Okay, that's your whole job. That's the whole thing you're doing. Now, with Postcard Networker, we make it very easy for you, because we're kind of allowing you to get started in a very simple way, where you can market and advertise your business through just simply sending postcards. You don't have to learn everything to be able to have the same type of success as the top leaders are having, because you're able to immediately on day one replicate the same activity that they're doing, if that makes sense. See, normally in most network marketing opportunities or most sales environments like this, you would have to get good at sales, you would have to get good at public speaking and doing presentations and doing cold calls and doing prospecting and all that kind of stuff. Normally you wouldn't really have success in this industry before you mastered some of those skills. But with Postcard Networker, we're kind of allowing you to replicate identically what the top leaders are doing immediately on day one. In fact, there's some people in our business that get started, you might be one of them, and that's okay, and don't fully even really understand how you make money, don't really fully understand the whole Postcard network or business, how it's all set up, don't even really realize there's 4 income streams that you can participate in or that you can take advantage of. Just simply get started, buy the postcards, start mailing them out, and there's no disadvantage to that person. There's no disadvantage to you, even if you don't fully educate yourself on our business. And the reason why is because the system itself, the way we've designed it with the postcards leading into the presentations over the phone, the presentations on the websites, the videos, the audios, the training that we have available, okay, and then the direct mail follow-up letters and the packages that we send out, all of that is already done for you. You don't have to learn how to do that. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to really participate in any of the sales part of the activity. And that's why Postcard Network is so powerful to be able to help you build your team. Okay, if that kind of makes sense. Now, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about why leverage works. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about building a following with Postcard Networker and how you can do that. And I really want to focus on who people follow, okay, and why people follow leaders and why they don't just follow regular, everyday people, okay? And this is something that I want you to keep in mind as I talk. I was watching a video. You know, sometimes as I'm working, because I obviously do this full time from home, I've got a lot of time to work. I've got a lot of time to spend to build the business, and you know, I talk to different people that call in, and you know, we do sales for you guys, and we process the orders and build the websites and put together sales material. And one of the things that I like to do is kind of put on a set of headphones and listen to different YouTube videos. So I'm constantly filling my head with new educational material or new ideas. I'm listening to what other people in the industry are saying, and sometimes I'm not necessarily listening to learn. Sometimes I'm just listening to hear other people's ideas and what they're doing. And sometimes it just validates, you know, sometimes it just validates for me that what we're doing is so much better, so much easier, so much faster, so much more effective than what a lot of other people are doing. Okay, but I remember listening to this one gentleman. I can't quote him because I listen to so many, and sometimes if they're not very popular people or not very famous people, I don't really remember their names. But he said, you know, to be able to climb a mountain, you have to start at the bottom. Okay, and I thought that concept was so powerful because when we're starting in network marketing, sometimes we feel like we should get the income. We should get to the peak of the mountain right away. We should get the paycheck immediately. Sometimes, you know, our expectations are because we watch different videos on YouTube or we talk to different people over the phone and they say, well, you know, in my first 24 hours, I made $1,000. Or, you know, you see people who say that in their first 30 days they made 10 grand. Okay? And sometimes what they don't tell you is that they've been a professional mountain climber for the last 10 years. And they just joined a new business, or they just climbed a new mountain today, and it took them no time at all. Because they already knew how to do it. They had all the gear, they had all the equipment, they had all the experience. And I relate that to a network marketing business, right? So they don't tell you they've been in network marketing for so long. They didn't, I mean, they had to start at the bottom too, but really they had all the skills, the experience, and the help to be able to get to the top of the mountain a lot faster than you ever could. So while you're at the bottom of that mountain trying to figure out which is the first step to take to start climbing, because you don't want to fall, right? We're all scared of failure. We're all scared to fail in our lives, period. And that's okay. The quicker you get over that fear of failure, the quicker you can take that first step, the quicker you can fall down, the quicker you can get back up and try again. So those people, sometimes they don't tell you, and I'm here to tell you that, I had to start at the bottom of that mountain, and for me to be able to get partway up the mountain, for me to be able to get partway up, getting a little bit of success with my business, it took a lot more energy and effort and desire. It took a lot more commitment than it does today to scale to the very top of the mountain. When we start at the bottom, it feels, you look up. When you're starting at the bottom of a new opportunity, when you have zero income, when you have no checks coming in, when you have no team or no leverage, it kind of feels like you're all alone at the bottom of that mountain. You're kind of sitting there by yourself, but you're not. We're here to help you. We're here to encourage you. We're partway up the mountain already, calling you, telling you to come on up, take those steps. We laid out a path for you. But sometimes because of fear, you just don't take that first step. Or maybe you take it, but you're a little unsure. You're a little unsure of the path up the mountain, right? You're a little unsure that the way that you're going is the right way. And because you've never climbed that mountain before, because you've never actually built a successful network marketing company before, you kind of have a hard time with it. And here's what most people do. They take a few steps up the mountain, they get scared, they jump off, and they walk over to the next mountain. Have you ever done that before? Have you ever got into a new opportunity, new network marketing opportunity, or a business like this, like Postcard Networker, and you took a few steps, you sent a few pieces of mail, you called a few people, you enrolled one or two people, and you just weren't at the top yet. You just weren't getting checks big enough yet, so you decided to hop off that mountain and try the other opportunity, try something that maybe sounded a little easier, a little faster, a little better. And then you got on over there to the new network marketing company and you found out that, hey, this is just as hard as the other one. But now I've got to start back at the bottom again. Every time you restart in this industry, every time you restart in network marketing, you're back at the bottom of the mountain, right? So how is it that you can build up your success, you can gain the skills that you need, the ability, the experience, and how is it that some people are able to easily jump from company to company, having huge incomes, being able to build this business full-time, cashing the big checks? How can they go have success in 30 days, 10 days, first 2 weeks in the business, they're making huge incomes? We're going to talk about that right now. How is it that they can climb any mountain they want? Well, I'm going to teach you how to do that, okay? Because literally I could climb any mountain I want today. And I got to start at the bottom too, just like all of you, except I've got the skills and the experience and the contacts and the following, okay? See, here's the difference, and let's get off the analogy for just a minute, but I'll bring it back a few times as we talk about this. But leverage is literally the most important thing in this business. Leverage, okay? The concept of leverage is the most important thing in network marketing, okay, for you to master, for you to understand. All right. When I opened up this call, I said, listen, network marketing is about building a team. Okay, building a team gains you leverage. Other people gain you leverage. How does that work? Well, simply, you want to have a business where other people are doing work when you're not working. You want to have a team of other people working and providing additional inputs to the business, right? And if you think about it, in your life today, how much leverage do you have that generates you income? Okay, specifically that generates you income. Now, if you own a business, if you own a company, you might have some leverage, right? Because you're going to get those leverage through employees. But if you just go to a job and you work for somebody else, and every time you work, you get paid, and then you go back the next day and you work and you get paid, and then you go home and you don't get paid, right? How can you continue? How can you get wealthy if you don't, if you've only got 8 hours a day to work? How can you ever get wealthy if you only are getting paid off of 8 hours? That's how you get stuck in the middle class. That's how you get stuck in the, basically paycheck to paycheck type of environment. That's how you get stuck living paycheck to paycheck, never having enough money for your bills. Because you always want to buy more stuff, right? You got to have the new car. You've got to have a beautiful home. You got to keep up with the Joneses, right? But you can't do that. You really, truly can't without completely stressing yourself out and working so much overtime, or having, having your spouse work along with you. Having a two-income family. And it goes both ways. I mean, we really, truly need to have more leverage. To me personally, the worst way to do it is to just have both spouses working and have somebody else watch your kids, right? Who wants to do that? Wouldn't you want to raise your own kids? Wouldn't you want to spend time with your kids? Wouldn't you want to spend time with your grandkids instead of constantly working, trading your time for money? Think about the really wealthy people. Now, I'm not talking about becoming a billionaire here through Postcard Networker. Okay, I'm personally not a billionaire yet. All right, so I can't teach you how to be a billionaire, but I can teach you how to work full time from home and make a significant income through this business, because that's what I currently do. Okay, and really, if we think about wealthy people, really wealthy people, they're gaining leverage through primarily two things. They're gaining leverage through other people or employees, okay, or affiliates, people who are doing work and generating income for them. And they're also generating income and leverage through their money working for them, through investments, right? So once they make a certain amount of money, they invest that money in other businesses, okay, and get a return on that money, right? Either through stocks or bonds, interest, through dividends, through other companies and stuff like that. So I'm not going to talk a lot about the leverage through your money today, because for those of you that don't have a lot of money, we want to generate that money first so that money can work for you, right? But for now, what you can do today immediately is start gaining leverage through other people. Okay, start gaining leverage through having other people put in some work, okay, to be able to help build your business. And in network marketing, it's very simple, right? We build a team, we build a following of people, we build a downline, whatever you want to call it, okay? You're essentially collecting customers. You're essentially collecting a team of people who will purchase what you're selling. That's the whole goal, right? But also what we're doing in network marketing is we're creating a following of people who also want what we want. We're creating other affiliates, other independent business owners, right? Other network marketers who also want to continue building their following, their individual groups of people and teams, because they also want leverage. They also want to generate income from home. They also want to work full-time from home. They also want to quit their job. So creating that following or that tribe of people, creating that downline, whatever you want to call it, is truly the key to you quitting your job. This is the key to you making more money than you could ever possibly think of in this industry, in network marketing. You got to build that following, right? And really the way to do it is the best way to do it. Not the only way, but the best way to do it is to become a leader yourself. Okay? Now, I hope I don't scare you off today because, some of you join this business to just send a postcard. Okay? Maybe you're on this call today thinking, Joel, listen, I just want to learn what's the best way to send a postcard to build my business. I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to learn anything. I don't want to educate myself. I don't want to develop further skills. Well, I'll tell you what. If you just want to learn the best secret tactic to mailing postcards, you can still do our business and you can still have a huge amount of success with us, but you don't necessarily have to go on the training calls. All right? You don't actually have to be here if all you want to do is mail postcards. You can still build the business the same as everyone else. You can still have a huge amount of success if primarily you just want to send postcards and you don't want to talk to anyone, you don't want to develop skills, you don't want to be a leader, you don't want to build a following, you don't want to do any of these things that I'm talking about. Okay? You're just happy to climb that mountain consistently by sending your postcards, taking one step at a time, and letting the system take care of the rest. That's okay. You're entitled to do that, but you actually don't need to be on this call for that. Because there's really no trick to sending postcards. There's nothing for me to teach you, literally. There's nothing for you to learn about sending a postcard. Listen, you go buy stamps at the post office and you put one on each postcard, and then you give the postcards back to the post office and mail them, and they take care of the rest. And then we do all the sales for you, right? And we help you build your team. And then next month you go get some more postcards, and you repeat that same behavior again. And that's all you have to do, right? But if you kind of want to take your business to the next level, if you really want to put additional inputs into the business, if you want to get there faster, if you want to build bigger, then you'll want to start developing skills as a leader. Okay? Now, what do I mean by being a leader? Because sometimes people, you hear that, oh, they're a leader in the industry. Oh, they're a person that they're a really successful leader in network marketing. And you might be sitting there thinking, well, how do I become a leader? How do I, because I want the check of the leader. I just don't want to do the work of the leader. I just don't know how to be the leader. Who is going to follow me anyway? I'm just brand new in this industry, right? You might be thinking that. Well, to be a leader in this industry, you only have to really do a couple of things. It's very simple, okay? The first thing you have to do is just constantly learn, okay? Constantly learn. Educate yourself. The most educated people in our industry tend to be the ones also cashing the biggest checks. There's a funny correlation between knowledge and skills, right, and the amount of income that you earn. And it's funny because everybody who has a real job, or I don't know why I call it a real job. I guess what we do is technically kind of a real job, but it's a business. It's not a job. So, but in the employment world where people have a job, the people that get paid the most for that job tend to be the best skilled, the most educated, the people that have the most training, the people that practiced the most, right? So why should it be any different in this business? Well, it's not. It's the exact same. If you educate yourself, right, and you come on these Saturday morning calls every Saturday, and you listen and you learn, and maybe you listen to it 2 or 3 times until you understand the concepts, and you could literally train somebody else on it, that's when you start becoming a leader. Now, the second thing to being a leader is you need to be in the game. You need to be building your business. And again, with our business, it's very simple. You send the postcards, okay? People come into the business. You can chat with those people. You can talk to them. You can help them. You can encourage them. That's being a leader, okay? Being in the trenches, doing the work. And it's funny, in network marketing, sometimes you meet these so-called leaders that built a business 5 or 10 years ago, right? But they're not really currently building business now. Today they just want to train you. They don't really want to actually build a business anymore. Those are people you don't necessarily want to follow if they're not currently actually building a business. You know, there's a lot of people with a lot of good information out there, but primarily you want to be the leader. You want to be a leader that is currently building a business. You don't want to be a leader that built a business 5 or 10 years ago and really doesn't know how to do it today. Technology changes so fast. Our industry is constantly evolving. So in order to stay current with the industry, you have to keep building your business. You can't follow, people who are using outdated techniques to build a business. Okay? So my suggestion is this: if you want to be a leader in today's industry, in the business and cash big checks, you have to be currently building your team. You should always be building your team and always know how to build a team. Okay? You also have to have a following. You have to have people that follow you, right? You have to have a downline. You have to be a leader, you can't just have a leader with no followers, right? You can't be a leader with no team. Now, here's the interesting thing. You don't have to be me. You don't have to be Joel Broughton. I'm already Joel Broughton. Okay, you can't be me. You can emulate some of the things that I do. You can copy some of the ways that I talk or some of the things I talk about or, some of the information that I share. You can copy the business model. You could copy the training. You could kind of be like me, but you can't be me. The best person for you to be is you. Okay? As a leader, the best person for you to be is you. Just be real. People like to follow people who are real. People like to follow and work with people that are like them. So the interesting thing that will happen is that as you develop yourself as a leader, you will attract people that are similar to you. When you talk to people, when you work with people, what's going to happen is your business is going to start to look a little bit like people that are like you, people that are interested in the same things you're interested in, people that want to hear you talk, people that want to gain the information from you. Okay? That's going to start happening in your business. You don't have to overthink this. You don't have to change your personality or who you are, because people will start to follow you for who you are. You just have to be you, right? I'm me. I'm already taken. You can't be me. So if you just be yourself and you continually learn and develop your skills and get better, what'll happen is as you build your business as you, like I said, what will happen is they are going to naturally follow you. Your team will actually become a team of people who want to follow you as a leader, right? Again, you don't have to change who you are. You are you. You are going to attract a group of people who are interested in following you. You don't have to, some people think, well, I can't be a leader because I'm not a great public speaker. Or I've never stood up in front of a crowd before. You don't have to be that. Right? To be a leader, you just have to be able to speak to one person, somebody on your team, and then speak individually to another person on your team. And as your team grows, you're going to find that, geez, maybe I could put all these people on one phone call because I've got a team now of 50 or 100 people or 200 people. And naturally what will happen is the more your team grows, the easier you will find it to be able to talk to them because they all like you. They're all following you. So you won't be nervous about talking to 2 or 3 of them at the same time, 4 of them at the same time, 10 of them at the same time, 20 of them, 100 of them, 200 of them. At some point, because they're all people that like you and trust you and want to hear what you have to say, you'll have no problem, for instance, getting on a call like this for your team because they want to hear from you. Okay? But that's not going to happen overnight. That's not going to happen today. That's not going to be immediately. That will just naturally happen as you build your business, as you develop your team. Okay? Remember, as a leader, you're learning, you're educating, you're growing, you're building your team, right? You're in the trenches. You're actually doing the work, talking to your people, talking to your group, talking to your downline, talking to your teammates. And what will happen is you just develop your skills as a leader. You develop yourself as a leader. This is the same concept as building your team. Your leadership abilities and becoming a leader starts with one step at the bottom of that mountain. Okay? You don't necessarily know where to take that step, but here's the best way to do it. Start building your team, right? Start building your following. Start building your network. That's step number 1 of becoming a huge leader in this business. Becoming a big leader making big checks. First thing you got to do is just simply take one step, take one step in the right direction. Start climbing that mountain. It's as simple, really, folks, it's as simple as that. You've got to have leverage in your life, okay? You can build it through Postcard Networker. You can build it through network marketing. All right? We provide such a simple way for you to take baby steps when you're getting started. We provide such a simple way for people to start following you and working with you by simply just sending postcards. Okay? I almost look at it as the transition, right, of allowing people to learn slowly at their own pace, grow as they choose to grow, and be able to earn income at the same time. You don't have to be a top leader to earn income with our business, with Postcard Networker. You can simply just send some postcards, let the team grow naturally, and then when you're ready, you can start taking the additional steps it takes by continuing to educate yourself and start talking to your team and start developing that following for people to follow you personally as a leader, okay? Until you're ready to step out and be the leader of your team in your organization, in your own downline, I'm going to do it for you, okay? I'm going to be here for you every day, every week, every month. I will lead your team for you until you're ready to be the leader of your own team. You may never be ready. That's okay too. Okay? You may never want to do it. That's okay too. I'll be here for you and your team. But if you want to have a bigger check, if you want to have a bigger team, I guarantee you the best way to do it is to be your own leader. Okay? The best way to do it is to start developing those skills. You don't have to consciously make a decision today to like, oh, okay, I'm going to be a leader. I'm going to start doing a call. I'm going to start putting my people on a training call every week because I've got 3 people. You don't have to do that with 3 people. You don't have to do it with 10 people. Until you've got 50 or 100 or 200, 300 people in your downline, you really don't have to start stepping out and doing additional things for them. In fact, you could always in Postcard Networker just do, come on our calls, put your team on our calls. I mean, we'll do that for you. But like I'm saying, naturally, you can start being that leader for your team. The easiest way to do it is just to pick up the phone and talk to your people individually. Continue to build your team. Continue to send your postcards. That's it. And I promise you, you don't have to make the conscious decision to be a leader. You don't have to consciously decide to do certain things. You just have to keep building your team, keep building your organization, and it'll naturally start to grow and start to happen for you. Okay? The more active and more involved you are with your team, the sooner you truly become that leader that you've always wanted to be. Take baby steps, folks. Just baby steps at the bottom of that mountain. Listen, I was there too. I started at the bottom of the mountain. I didn't have any skills. I didn't have any leads. I didn't know where to get them. Okay? I used to do cold calling like crazy. Of course, you don't have to do that with this business, but that's how I got my start. But I took those steps to start climbing that mountain, start learning those skills, and keep building my business, keep building my team to be able to have success. And, hey, working full-time from home is a great thing. Being able to help you guys to come and do the same thing, to be able to work full-time from home, quit your job, earn a full-time income, that's what I'm here for. Have a great Saturday, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Continue to promote your business. Continue to send more and more postcards. All of the postcard orders from the last couple of days will be going out at the very latest on Monday. Some of them will go out today. The rest will all go out Monday. We have just tons and tons and tons of orders. So I'm so excited for you guys because that means that your businesses are going to be growing. Your teams took huge initiative in the last couple of days, and especially those people that pushed it, to be able to get a lot of postcards, and those postcards are going to be going out over the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, to be able to build a huge downline for yourselves and your team. Have a great weekend, everyone. I wish you all the best, and we'll talk to you all very soon. Thanks for now.